Well, the first post-Christmas one, although by the time this video goes out it will probably be February. I have quite a few stacked up on the old YouTubes, so that does mean I can have some time off, I guess, sort of. I'll still be filming whatever comes in, but there's no rush to sort of get it done, as I've created quite a back catalogue now, even though just before Christmas I was banging out a couple to try and catch up with what was relevant to what you'd see in the rather lengthy post-Christmas look at all the trains I got video. So this is a job lot, well not job lot, it was individual purchases or auction wins from a guy selling a load of American rolling stock. So some were good prices, some were a little, well, still good price compared to new, but not bargain of the century, but you know, you don't always win. So I got a twin pack of the 16,000 gallon Walther's tank cars. I've got a few sets of these. I think this will be the third pair, plus obviously the individual ones. These are Hubinga, whoever they are. I don't know what it carries. I think it's corn syrup. These were 23 and a half pounds. Most of them should be in pretty good nick. I'll go through them post video. So again, it's the same sort of tank car, but just an individual. Most of these had a starting bid of $14.99, or a buy it now £23, which is a little bit on the steep side, I think, for these. This was $15.99. I just had another second bid again. It's another corn syrup wagon. They do tend to move a lot of that in the US via rail. This one is a Stauffer Chemical Company. Again, these are all tank cars, I think, bar one, which was $18.99. It's a little bit bigger tank car. 17,360 gallons. Another Atlas this time, but a similar one to the Walthers. I think this is a Kaolin. And one centre flow 4-bay hopper, I think that is. That's a nice car. This one's, again, this is another one with more detail to it. It's got the brass etched walkway up on the top there, as you can see. It's all separately fit brass etched parts. Hasn't got the detail, got the pipework underneath. Nice car. I think that was, well, I knew it was a nicer one. It's certainly got some weight to it, feeling in the box. Where were we? That was £17.55. Now, they normally go in the mid-20s, the better quality grain hopper type cars. And the last one is again another Atlas tank car, same sort of body as the other one, just different coloured ladders and logoing, which I think is another Kaolin Freeport. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and that was $14.99. So bit of a spend, but I did get quite a few. Obviously combined postage did save quite a chunk versus hunting around buying individual cars, and obviously these are newer models, newer manufacturer than some of the older stuff I've got, which obviously is cheaper because it's older. So it looks like I've got to find another crate to start storing all these boxed ones in. I have another, I think 3 coming from another seller. Be the next segment. Well, it's absolutely shelling it down outside. This turned up luckily dry for a change. So we've got double wrapped. Jiffy. We'll get into it in a jiffy. So I did win some and I didn't win some others. These are all nice ready to run models, should be as new. We have a trailer train. That's a 48-foot front runner with a 48-foot trailer. A Southwind, Norfolk and Southern stack, Husky stack car. And another trailer train with a 48-foot. This one is the quite well seen JB Hunt. It's about the only one I've actually got with that, despite there being numerous amounts of their containerage across the US. So these were what I picked up. I did miss out, there was another one like this with 4 20-foot containers on it, which got beyond what I was prepared to pay. Well, 3 guesses what could be in here. So, what we have is the Rails of Sheffield do a regular offer with Dcc Concepts track for £100, 99.95, call it what you will. So they do just a box of track, or at the moment occasionally they'll do the offer where you get a set of track cars, which I think these are about £8. They're cheaper than the Xeron ones. And you get a set of legacy rail joiners. Whoops. Plus the track, which is very well attached to the bubble one. This is my first exploit with their track. Supposed to be have some kind of treatment to it that makes it less, or need less cleaning. Or how long that lasts, I don't know. I also bought a set of TMD workers. I think I've already got one set, but they had them on offer, as I say, on offer, £10 something, but that's about as cheap as Bachman can get now with these. I have picked up a few a wee bit cheaper than that, but not fresh off the RRP from a shop. So I have a lot of track now. This was a purchase purely in case some of the other stuff's not quite up to the mark. The rougher stuff I've bought sort of second hand, I'm going to use in the storage facility, where you know, obviously what it looks like doesn't really matter. Quite a gap at the end. Not that that matters really, but you'll sure enough end up with oh, let's have a look. This is an old one. This is GT Italy, which my local model shop used to sell as a cheaper alternative to Pico, and I had quite a few lengths of it. And, well, it does the job. The sleepers were slightly smaller, being that it's more specifically aimed at HO. Dcc Concepts track has a slightly larger sleeper with more incremental spacing, so I'm guessing this is aimed possibly more at 00 than the GT Italy was obviously purely marketed for HO, but then the Pico stuff is HO as well. That's not going to stay back where I bloody want it, is it? all the years it spends up on my screen that way. So yeah, we have this as well now. Well, we'll continue just about, despite my lamp having brewer's droop. This has just turned up. It's a little bit squashed. Could just be a weak box. Various bits in here. It's got no information of mine on that. So we have some random LEDs, I think they're another job lot from someone's disassembled railway layout that a company has bought. So we have some D-sub old PC connectors. Probably won't use them or need them. So if anyone wants any 21 pin D-sub connectors, let me know. They are quite commonly used for signals exhibition layout. People use them when you've got lots of wires and you need a plug between boards. But my target was these. Got a little infrared detector underneath, and that's just an indication LED, I believe. These were infrared 3D units that are Heathcote. You use them in conjunction with the signal boards so that you can get them to switch and do something else, or carry on with the next signal, or block detection and stuff like that, where you can control the blocks. So they're about, I think, £17 each to buy new. I think I got the lot for about £38, or 31. So yeah, they should all be working. X layout are all the same variant. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So we're amassing quite a bit of electricery for the layout, signal controls, points indication boards. These I still haven't tested them yet, but yeah, so that's that one. Not too exciting really, but as I said, that one's got a bit of a wonky cap. Don't think it's popped the board. I'll check that one. Well, just gone through all the boards and just literally hooked up a couple of wires, plumbed them into a 12-volt supply like so, just for speed, so I could go through all of them. I don't know whether it's picking up. If I create an obstacle over the IR detector, as you can see, this one was faulty. It was, the LED was constantly on. Upon investigating, there's a little transistor there that had obviously been hit, pushed, and it knocked it off the track. One was loose and breaking away from its little contact, and the other one had tore away, so I managed to bend the leg over and flow a bit of solder, and still the same thing. And investigated, there's another, you can see where I've put a marker pen, another bad joint of solder there. There was another one here, tried it again, still didn't work. LED just stayed on permanently, didn't pick anything up. Then I happened to notice the resistor closest to this chip was bent, and you can see where there's a little bit of flux and a marker pen. It had been touched up before. It had been obviously nicked and had broke away, and took a couple of 3 attempts to get the solder to flow because there was virtually nothing left. So what I've done was just heated up the pin on the solder end and just pushed it so it protruded through this side of the board more, and then just managed to get a little dib of solder on it, and it is now working, thankfully. So all the boards are working, and similar was this one didn't work properly. The LED fired and then went dim and went out, and it turned out there was a capacitor, same sort of thing. It had been hit at some stage and pushed away from the circuit board brackets connection, what's generally called a dry joint sort of thing. So again, I reflowed that and got that one going. So soldering iron came in handy today.